Oh, hey everybody, welcome. And screw it. This is going to be really exciting. I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to tweet out that we're here as I'm talking with Zenny62 vlogger and friend Donald Richardson. Donald, how you doing, my man? Hey, thanks again.
How's it going? I'm doing great.
But thank you again for doing yeoman's work and coming, covering Raider training camp and live streaming it, and very, very cool. And that was and using the system properly. And don't worry, there's more good things coming our way collectively because of that. So I will fill you in. I will fill you in later, as they say. But right now, let me I'm posting this around. Yeah, and making sure that people see it in different areas. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Zenny62 on YouTube for Monday night. And we are going to get started. Is it forthwith? I guess it's forthwith. Hold on a second. I think it is. Hold on, forthwith. It is there, and it is there. Cool. Okay. And there. And Donald, can you hear me still?
I can hear you still.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Oops. Okay, cool. I was putting this on Facebook. Facebook has this weird two-factor authentication stuff, okay? But at any rate, all right, we are here. And this is the Donald Richardson hour, as I call it. Well, an hour, however we do it, maybe an hour. But Donald, you went to training camp. Tell us what you saw. This is your thing. Tell us what you saw.
Okay. Before I get into what I saw in training camp, I gotta start out with the entrance and the security and why. Because I've been at training camp before for the Raiders, but because of what happened in Gilroy,
what happened?
Was the shooting at the Garlic Festival.
Oh, at Gilroy Garlic Festival. Okay.
Yeah, security was way different than any other training camp that I had visited.
Wow.
Starting with the way the perimeter was set up to even get into the training camp facility. They spread it out, and they had you walk through like a maze where they had line security observing people as they were going through the maze, coming in to check into security, kind of like what TSA does, but this time private security, I noticed they kept an extra eye on everything, and they were everywhere. There was also a large law enforcement presence there. You had Napa police, you had the Napa County Sheriff there, you had Solano County Sheriff there, and a few people that were federal officers. So once you got through that, and they briefed you on going to the bathroom, how you were going to go to the bathroom, and that you were going to go through security as you come back. I'm only letting you guys know this, so when you attend training camp, you'll know the protocol. You won't be surprised. Everything else is pretty much the same. So this time, when you go to the bathroom, you're going to get checked before you leave, and then you're going to get checked when you come back.
Is that because the bathroom is outside? Why is it that way as opposed to inside? Why is it that way with respect to the bathroom?
Yeah, the bathroom is now outside the perimeter. And there's security there too.
Do they have metal detectors? Do you have to go through those?
They had metal detectors, and they had the wands, the metal detecting wands that they go over your body with. So I didn't see them pat anybody down or anything like that, or they didn't take anybody out of line and question them or anything like that. It was to me, it was still pretty lax, but just a notch up from what it used to be.
Wow,
And then,
that's good though.
and then,
I think. I mean, I'm saying wow like this bad thing, but I think that's good because, as I was saying to my mom, you're not safe anywhere. And what happened at Gilroy, and rest in peace to those who lost their lives, and condolences to those families who were impacted and friends, shouldn't happen anywhere. It shouldn't have happened at Gilroy. But I hate to start off by talking about this, but you just have to, because we should never be so used to mass shootings that we take this oh well approach to it. You know what I mean?
right.
At all. So it's definitely something that we should be concerned about. Go ahead, John. What were you saying?
Okay. So then after that, everything was back to normal. The defense was on the field first, and they were going through warm-ups. And I'm not exactly sure which position coach it was. It definitely wasn't the defense coordinator. It was a position coach. And he didn't like the way warm-ups was going for the defense. The offense hadn't even hit the field yet. He called them all back in.
Was it a black guy or a white guy?
It was a white guy.
That might have been Gunther. Because Paul Gunther, was he a little heavy set, brunette fellow?
No, he was like he was a younger, smaller guy. He was pretty fit too.
Mm-hmm. Was he brunette, blonde? What did he look like?
He was brunette, clean shaven, probably in his mid-30s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gunther's older than that, I think.
Yeah, this guy was pretty young. Anyway, he gave a very fiery speech that caught everybody's attention. I would be surprised if it didn't land on Hard Knocks, because the Hard Knocks guys, everybody like the character cameras to these guys and what he was talking about, and he wanted them to be on fire the entire practice, and the defense was on fire the entire practice. As a matter of fact, Nathan Peterman, I've never seen this in practice at all, in professional training camp, where the quarterback gets knocked down in a drill. Nathan Peterman got put on his butt.
No!
Yeah. He got put on his butt by, an offensive lineman was knocked into him by a defensive lineman. I couldn't make out who did it, but, they kept going like it was live, and I was like, whoa, this is like for real. Usually they stop and make sure the quarterback's okay. No, they went right through the drill. Then John Gruden steps in. He has a talk with the offensive lineman, and then they run the drill again. And Nathan Peterman's performance was not that good today.
I don't know why Nathan Peterman is an Oakland Raider. Of all the quarterbacks John could have brought into the stable, why he brought in Peterman? It's almost like, hey, you got rid of EJ Manuel, who was a better talent than Peterman. What's going on? Why give him a chance when the guy has had chances and not performed well? The handwriting should be on the wall, but I digress. Hey, so tell us about that play that I just did the video on regarding Trent Brown. Because I understand the defense was ahead of the offense, as it usually is. Jose Toppy says, "What's up, Don?"
Hey, what's up?
But it sounds like there was this one shining moment, or maybe one shining period, where the offense decided to take charge. What happened?
Okay, so at this point, the Raiders are practicing running plays, and I'm like, wait a minute, they're running sweeps? They're act like a
yeah, that's what got me. You said they were going sweeps like this, folks.
In high school,
sweeps.
We went wing T. We called it the 28 sweep, 28 sweep right, or 28 sweep. Right?
You can't see this, but I'm holding up a diagram that I drew of a sweep out of what would be called in my parlance, red formation with the fullback on the fullback on the right side and the tight end and the halfback on the left side taking the sweep, basically going left to right, and I'm pulling the center and the offside tackle and the offside guard are reach blocking. The offside guard is reach blocking, and the middle linebacker, the offside tackle, is reach blocking to the defensive tackle. So anyway, but that's a sweep, folks. This is what Donald Richardson is talking about. Go ahead, keep talking, Don.
So there's a Trent Brown is running down. He's running inside the lane, and
was he tackle or was he a guard? Was he a guard or tackle?
He was he switched between tackle to guard, and they had what's the young guy's name? There was a young guy that played tackle.
Colton Miller.
No, not Colton Miller. It was another guy.
Geez. Sharp, 73?
Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So they switched places, and they began to run the play, and it was like everybody got pushed out the way, and you could see Mohurst and Trent Brown going headed towards two freight trains headed towards each other, and then you see Trent Brown I don't know if it was my imagination, if I'm exaggerating this, but it looked like Trent Brown just swelled up to be a bigger man, and he just bulldozed, and it was loud, it was violent. He bulldozed over Maurice Hurst, ran him down. He kept running too. He ran right through him, like me running through a 5-year-old. It was nasty. And what's the running back? Washington kept running. He ran all the way down the field. The crowd went wild. And then they stopped practicing for about 1 or 2 minutes to make sure everybody was okay, because it was a hard hit. It was loud, and we were like, this is definitely going to make a hard knock scene. This is going to, yeah. I guarantee you, when does Hard Knocks start?
August 6th. Hey, by the way, Mr. Tapia, Jose Tapia writes, he says, Brandon Parker. He was wondering if you were referring to Brandon Parker as one of the linemen. I don't know. But you said it was Sharp, so fine.
It may have been. I know it's a new young guy that we just signed.
Let me instead of guessing, me help you out here. Brandon, because he's saying Parker. Brandon Parker, Raiders. He is offensive tackle. And he is 330 pounds, by the way. 330 pounds. He was selected in the 3rd round of the 2018 NFL draft, pick number 65. So maybe it was him. But, Jose Tapia says it might have been him. He's not insisting on it, though. He has a question mark. So basically, how do we think about this? I mean, first of all, let me ask in total, was that just one play where the defense got mowed over, or was it a succession of plays?
That was just the one play. Other than that, if I had to call it, like a lot of other people have to call it, the defense won the day. The offense had that one shining play, and other than that, it was mostly defense. On the defense,
who stood out in your view?
Yeah, the defense definitely stood out.
But who stood out among the defenders in your view?
Okay, in my view, the rookie safety we drafted, he definitely stood out. He got an interception today.
Abrams.
Number 24, Abrams. He deflected a lot of passes today. Usually I remember these names. I just know the numbers today because I'm just looking at the numbers. Number 56 stood out today. Cleveland Farrell, number 96.
Really?
Definitely stood out, and definitely he looked real good against anybody he he went up against.
Wow.
In individual drills, on the line, they switched him up a couple of times. It was like, to me, it looked like he could not be stopped doing drills.
Huh.
And I could tell you can see in John Gruden's mannerisms and his demeanor that he was pretty upset that his offense was getting dogged like this. He was pretty upset. And, Carr completed a few passes, but there were plays where he had to run for his life to get away from Cleveland Farrell and to get away from Jelly.
Wow.
The defensive line was clicking. I didn't see anybody sucking wind. I was kind of surprised first day, because usually first day in pads, you see like the big guys sucking wind.
Mm-hmm.
There were people that were in shape today. Nobody came in looking like sloppy or anything like that. So to me, that was a good sign.
Hey, Jose, Tapia has a question. He asked, how is Richie Incognito looking out there? I'm sure he's a week 3 starter. Is he a week 3 starter? Yeah. In other words, that's once he gets off the suspension punishment.
Now, this is a question that I did not get answered while I was there. But Richie Incognito, for a good portion of the practice, he had on a red, it wasn't the red jersey, but it was kind of like a red, what do you call it?
A vest?
Yeah, like a red vest.
Mm-hmm.
And him and a few other players, and, they were just all to the side doing their own drills. So I thought there was like an issue with those guys or something like that.
Well, I don't know what they're doing, but when generally when guys are marked like that, it's common that they're playing like backup or generally backup. And so you bring in, it's like first team, you have to be able to first team, second team, that sort of thing. I don't think I've never heard of a training camp where you have people wearing a scarlet letter like, oh, you're punished, so you put this on.
No, they weren't. I wouldn't say they were punished. It was like they weren't a part of the actual practice.
Oh, interesting.
It was like a group of them all together, and all I saw him doing with a group of other guys, they were just stretching, light calisthenics, nothing too heavy, nothing too hard, and they were just out of the way.
It wasn't like all offensive linemen or anything, or starters?
No, it wasn't all offensive linemen or starters. It was like a mixed group of people.
Wow. Interesting. Did they stay there the entire time, or was this like?
No, they were there part of the. They were there part of the practice. I would say the beginning of the practice. He definitely was not with the starters when the heavy drills were going on. That part I didn't know, because everybody was calling for him.
Wow.
All the fans. A couple of names that were called out a lot was Carl Joseph, Richie Incognito, and Derek Carr, obviously. Mm-hmm. And who else?
You said called out. Why did they call out Derek Carr? You mean call out to wear a red vest? I'm trying to understand.
They were calling out Derek Carr over short passes and drop balls. Yeah.
You mean drop balls they didn't call out the wide receiver, they blamed him for a poor pass?
Pretty much.
So you're telling me Derek Carr sucked today? That's basically what I'm hearing.
Derek Carr did not look good in practice today.
Wow. Hey, JP from the P.
As a whole, it was impossible for the offense to look good today. Because the defense, I'm telling you, even though it was the first practice, the defense looked like they've been in training camp for 4 or 5 weeks, and the offense just got there.
That's generally how it looks in training camp, Isn't that the case? I mean, isn't that the case? I've always thought that was the case. Defense is always a little bit ahead of the offense, but you don't want to say that. You don't want your offense out there embarrassed, all right? And that's what it sounds like. The offense was embarrassed, which leads to this question. Where were the following? First of all, where was Antonio Brown in all this?
Okay, Antonio Brown was on the physical unable to perform list for some reason, but he was out there. He was on the sideline. He was also in the red vest for a little while, but he wasn't in pads at all. He was just in a warm-up suit.
I wonder. Let me see. Maybe this is something. I'm just going to type red vest, NFL training camp, and see what we come up with. See what that.
Pull a car in. Pull a car in. I'll pull it in when I come in.
Okay.
In the house.
Okay. What happens on the first day? See here. Doesn't really. Red vest. Let me try it this way. All right. Philip Rivers is wearing a red vest in practice. Oh, you know what I think that is? I think that means that you're non-contact. That's what it is. When you wear a red vest, it means that you're not supposed to be touched. That's what that means. Yeah, that's what that means. So generally, that's what that means. It's a non-contact. It's a signal that you're not supposed to be. You're not live. You're not supposed to be cracked. So it's logical that they would put Carr in that situation because he's the starting quarterback. They don't want anything to happen to him. Richie Incognito, obviously, sounds like they have some big plans for him, so they don't want him to be touched. But that's the situation. All those guys in red vests are that way because they're not supposed to receive contact. That's what's happening.
Okay. There's now that
and JP from the P is right, says all quarterbacks have red jerseys. Right. Well, actually, I've seen did you see all the quarterbacks have red jerseys today?
All the quarterbacks had red jerseys.
Okay, so they're not supposed to be touched. And there you go, JP the P, you're right. That's it. So they're not supposed to be touched. That's what's going on. Now, Richie Incognito is another story. Now, anyway, continue with your recap.
Okay, so today they worked on special teams a lot, and I think the Raiders might have a problem with punting. There was only
again.
There was only one good punt, one good solid punt, and these guys that they had rotating to punt were shanking the balls. Shanking into the crowd bad.
Wow.
Have you ever been out to the Napa facility?
Yeah.
And you know where the field is?
Yeah.
And you know where the crowd is? You know you have to shank pretty bad for the ball to go into the crowd.
Yeah, you do. You have to. I mean, it has to come 45 degrees off your foot, basically.
Yeah, and we were getting shanks like that. The long snapper.
You didn't catch any?
I did not catch any, sir. One of the Lion security girls caught it with her head, unfortunately.
One of the who?
Lion security girls. The Lion security.
Like Detroit Lions or Lions like Lions Company?
Lions Company.
Oh, I get you. Okay.
The yellow jackets, yeah, she caught one of the shank punts to the head.
Sign her up?
But
she caught it with her hands, she caught it with her head.
With her head.
Oh, poor thing. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, she took it like a champ. The wide receiver that we got from Clemson, I got to talk about him today.
Please do. Yes.
Yeah. So this guy was awesome.
Number 13, right?
Yeah, number 13.
Who was formerly a
This
quarterback.
guy was awesome.
Really?
He is not. I would not say he is fast. He's not fast. He's not gonna leave anybody in the dust. But this guy can get open.
Do they put him at slot? Because to me, I think of Hunter Renfrow as a guy physically who reminds me of a kind of a Wes Welker or a that kind of receiver. Did they use him that way? I say Wes Welker because of the numbers and everything else. Or, did they use him that way?
I seen him in the slot.
Yep.
I seen him at wideout.
Mm-hmm.
I seen him at X.
Mm-hmm. Split in. Wow, moving him around.
Every time the ball came to him.
Joseph got Danny Amendola type. Thank you. I was thinking Wes Welker is really the prototype for Danny Amendola, but you're right. And then there's also Julian Edelman. That's Julian Edelman was the person I was really thinking of. But go ahead. Yeah. Welker, Amendola, Welker. Yeah, got it. Uh-huh.
Every time he got open, the number one thing to me was he created separation. He caught the ball. He did not break away from anybody. There was not a lot of yak yards after catch. Mm-hmm. But every time he had his chance to catch the ball, every time Derek Carr targeted him, it was a catch. It was like, okay, these are guaranteed 5 yards.
Wow.
Or guaranteed 7 yards. He was on point. And then when they had him in practice for punts, didn't drop a ball, ran down a few shank punts, and then he asked if he could punt.
What?
Yes, he asked if he could punt.
And
they didn't let him punt.
Oh man. Hey, I gotta ask, what kind of patterns did they have him run? Crossing patterns, flats? Were they all short? Was there anything of the seam variety?
He ran. Okay, let me break this down. He ran a 6 route, so a few crossing patterns. Mm-hmm. He ran a seam that he got open on. He got open on a seam against Connolly, and Derek Carr overthrew the ball.
Wow.
So he got booed for that.
Wow.
What else did he run? He ran when he was at split, I can't think of the name of the route, but basically
describe it. I'll give you the name.
Okay, basically he runs it was like a 3-yard out, and then he runs inside. He ran inside and then up the middle of the field, and that was a catch.
He comes off, he goes 3 yards out, and then he comes back inside?
Yeah.
That's
like
a shake
diagonal out.
Oh, a diagonal out.
Yeah, and he came inside and he caught the ball right in front of the hash marks.
Oh, I know. That's some people call that an angle route. In my playbook, I call that an angle route back because you go outside and you come back inside. Generally, when you do that, there's somebody that's cleared out for you. So if he's running that, the tight end might have been running an up pattern or something down the way, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I know that. That's a classic combination route in the Walsh offense. Some people call it Texas. So at any rate, Joe Tapia asks, he says, how is our rookie defensive back Draylon Mullen looking up against the wideouts, number 27?
Did not see number 27 today because I was looking for everybody on my sheet so I could write about it tonight because that's what I usually do. I write about it on my Facebook page.
Oh, forget Facebook. Put on Zenny62 with this, man. I'll pay you. Forget that. Forget Facebook. You're with me now. Forget it.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't get to him, but number 47.
And then when you write it, post the link to it on Facebook. That's how you do it. We're building media here, man.
I will do.
I mean, Mark Zuckerberg. Look, Mark Zuckerberg's a billionaire. All right, come on,
right.
Get off it, man.
Yeah. So number 47 also stood out. Now he's the first time I ever seen somebody in a Raider uniform lately to play special teams and offense.
Oh, Joe Tapia says number 47, Trent Sieg, long snapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he looked good at the long snap. Like I said, I did mention earlier that he looked good long snapping, but he looked good in there at center too. He looked good, so I was like, okay, there we go. We might have a solid player. I was just looking for people who stood out as solid players, were holding their own. I didn't want to put too much stock into the very first practice, but we had a couple of young guys out there that, you know, they look good.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9. I don't know who number 9 is. I'm pretty sure the Vinsters watching, they do.
Was he, I'm getting the Raiders roster here. Raiders roster.
He has to be a wide receiver.
2019 depth chart. Let's see here. Oh, depth chart. Let me go to Raider.com. I don't trust these other ones. That's the best place to get the roster. One moment, please. Team.
No problem.
Active roster player. Hold on a second. All right. You said number 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Abrams 24. Marcel Aitman's 88. Alex Barnett's 93. Quinn Bills. Let me just go all the way down here. Is Carlson? I don't see a 9 yet. 78, 76, 7 is Mike Glennon. 9 sounds like a quarterback's number. And we do not see anyone with a 9 at this stage. 15 is, oh, yes, we do. D. Mornay Pearson, number 9, wide receiver out of Nebraska, 5'9", 195 pounds. Yeah, there you go. That guy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, I think he's going to be a camp surprise.
Really?
Really.
He sounds like another slot back, like another Hunter Renfro, right?
Right, but faster.
Wow. How fast is faster? What do you think about that, Jose Tapia? You agree? What do you think? Jose just mentioned him as well. Oh, hey, JP. I'm on the laptop, so I want to do the rap anyway. Whatever. Anyway, what were you saying, Donald? Sorry.
Okay, so he doesn't have he didn't have nobody knew who he was. I definitely didn't know who he was, but after the practice ended,
mm-hmm.
you know, he played hard, and he went up against Connolly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say that he burnt him, but every time they put him in front of Connolly, or put Connolly in front of him, he caught the ball. Every time he went up against our other defensive back,
Carl Joseph, or
no, it wasn't Carl Joseph. It was a guy that we just signed.
Oh gosh. Let me see here.
And they had him strictly playing the wideout position, and they had him returning punts, and he looked good. He looked real good.
Oh, by the way, Jose Tapia says, over Keelan Doss, no, I don't think he'll cut it. I like Keelan Doss much better. He has speed, talking about your guy, Mornay Pearson, that's it. And then he says, Jose is wondering if we're referring to Joyner regarding the DB. Joyner. There you go, Joyner. Okay, Joyner.
All I can tell you is what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And number 9 stood out to everybody in camp. He stood out.
Huh.
He stood out. I'm giving you firsthand recollection what I saw. I know you guys are probably reading the scouting reports and, you know, thinking back to what you saw in college. But in the pros, it brings a different type of hunger, a different type of attitude. Some of these guys, you could tell the guys out there who thought, hey, I made it, you know.
And they relaxed.
Yeah, and they're relaxed. And then you could tell the guys who are out there really playing for a job.
Which guys are the ones that have relaxed versus the guys that are really fighting for a job?
okay, I hate to you know,
name names.
Trump on this guy. Nathan Peterson, he just didn't look like he was there to get a job. There were a couple of linebackers there that were just like they were on chill mode, and then they were gone. There were a couple of let's see, Jelly. He didn't look like he was really into it the whole practice. When everybody else when the rest of the defense had their helmets on, paying attention, he had his helmet off and he was in La La Land.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that guy.
Like he's playing out the string and he's waiting to get cut, you think?
Maybe cut, traded. Who knows? Let's see who else stood out for. Carl Joseph. He's another guy. It's not looking good.
What about Josh Jacobs at running back? Our first round pick. Our other first round pick.
Josh Jacobs got a lot of runs today. And, I thought, first practice, I couldn't believe, like, the defense, they had it in for him. They were, like, really trying to put him on his butt. They were really trying to put him on his butt, but he stood tall. He didn't hit the ground too much. He did fumble. There was one fumble, and he recovered it. But they were letting him know, this is the NFL. We want a job just as bad as you first rounders do.
Wow.
They were letting you know. And the fumble, for the people that were there, you guys can verify this. The fumble came when Cleveland Farrell went over the top and hit him.
Wait. First rounder to first rounder.
First rounder.
Nice. Hey, Joe Tapia says, speaking of fumbles, ... Doug Martin? I take it Doug Martin fumbled?
No. Actually, as a matter of fact, I didn't see Doug Martin out there.
Okay.
I see.
Hey, by the way, Chris Warren was cut.
Right.
FYI. I think that was but you're about to say something. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, surprisingly, I thought Washington was cut too, but I guess he's still on the team. Because he had a few good runs today.
He can catch out of the backfield. He's very versatile.
Yeah.
He's one of these guys that you don't think is going to be that good, but then you run him in what I call an intelligent package of plays out of spread formation with 4 wide receivers, and he is the only back. And if you throw to him short, or if you give him the ball on slashing runs, you will not be disappointed with what he does.
I'd have to agree with that.
He's a good guy to spell your guy. If you need he reminds me with respect to the Raiders this year. I'm not saying the Raiders are going to use him this way, but he reminds me of the role that Preston Pearson had with the Dallas Cowboys during the 70s and the early 80s, where Pearson was your third down back. When Pearson came in, you knew two things. The Cowboys are going shotgun and they were going to throw. I see Washington as that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As a matter of fact, you're right.
So did Derek Carr do anything well? Did he throw a touchdown pass?
He did throw a touchdown pass to, I want to say his name is, it's not Terrell. The wide receiver that we got from San Diego?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. He did throw a touchdown, but it was a red zone touchdown. It wasn't like nothing deep or anything like.
No, that's okay. Those are the best ones. In fact, when I first saw I'll get to your question in a second, Jose. But when I first fell in love with the idea of the Raiders getting SMU wide receiver that wound up with going to the Broncos, I at that all the cut ups that I looked at were in zone, or 30 yards out, or 30 yards out. Okay, in zone or 30 yards out, and Cortland Sutton has this big body, 6'4", 218 at the time. You couldn't miss him, and then he had this physicality that reminded me of Michael Irvin. And pretty much Antonio Bryant or Michael Irvin, right? Those are all cut-ups. So as far as I'm concerned, if you want to see what a receiver's made of, go to the film where the receiver's catching balls in traffic in the end zone where he knows he's going to get cracked. Because if you have a receiver that can do that and yet has 4.4, 4.3 greater speed, you know you can hit him deep. Right, but you want to be able to know that you can back shoulder him. You want to know that he is going to be able to catch those balls in traffic when they're needed the most. Now, Jose, you asked me a question. You said, "How do I feel about Chris Warren getting cut?" I thought it was sad because Warren is one of these guys that when he touches the ball, he has an obvious talent. Okay, he has an obvious talent, and it begs the question: what happened with Chris Warren, such that the Raiders didn't want to invest time and money into him? Was it an injury? Was it something that they felt he was never going to really recover from? Was it attitudinal? What was it? I don't yet know. It'll come out at some point because Warren's too good a back. One would believe to have his talent ignored for so long, right? So Jose says he runs with anger. I like that about him. To me, it wasn't so much an issue of anger; it was just size and speed. And what I liked about Chris Warren is when he saw a hole, he got through it, and that unique combination of size, strength, and speed made him dangerously effective. Dangerously effective. So yeah. What do you think, Richard? Donald?
Well, I hate to go with rumors, but I'm gonna stick to it because I kind of believe it. I haven't researched it fully, but word on the streets was he wasn't a blocking back, and that's a liability when you're in there on offense. Whether it's a running play or a passing play, if you can't block as a running back, you're a liability.
That's true.
And
the NFL prizes that. In fact, you funny you said that. If now Peko Sakas also says he didn't make fitness expectations, but what you said reminds me of a remark that then Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach Dirk Koetter made about running backs in general. It's on my video actually at the 2018 NFL annual meeting, where Dirk said that, pointedly, he said that generally you don't take a running back high in the draft because this is his philosophy. Because by and large, they didn't block well. They weren't taught how to block NFL style in college. Now there are exceptions like Bryce Love of Stanford, right? That's David Shaw's offense, which is a pro offense, period. Period, end of story, okay? But that's almost the exception that proves the rule. See, the rule is, hey, Chris Warren, he was from Texas. Texas didn't have these running backs that, when we say block, I'm not talking about run blocking. We're talking about pass blocking.
Right.
We're talking about pass blocking. Let's emphasize, we're talking about pass blocking, not run blocking, pass blocking. So that can break you if you're really that bad at it. That can break you. However, it also makes the statement that apparently the Raiders didn't believe that what he brought to the table as a running back, running the ball was enough to offset that liability, if that's the case, Don?
True.
So, Don, so we'll go for another 7 minutes and call it. How's that?
All right. I want to touch on Mark Davis before I leave.
Oh, by the way, yeah, please do. Take as much time as you need.
So today, Mark Davis showed up, and he really didn't speak to any of the fans, but he had a contingent of people from Las Vegas.
Who?
At the training camp. They were people from Caesars. There were people from Mills Resort, something like that. And, he was showing them around, and then he cut them loose, and those guys began to sell vacation packages to the fans as they were coming and going.
Ooh, that's part of a sponsorship. That's part of the Caesar sponsorship deal.
Right, and I'm like, wow, we haven't even started football there, and you're already selling the dream to Las Vegas already. Not like I've just never seen him do anything like that for the Oakland fans. And I was just kind of took aback from that. I mean,
what was the reaction of the fans that you could tell?
Very, the fans, I can't repeat a lot of this stuff. I don't like repeating a lot of the stuff that the fans were saying. And I am surprised.
Can you water it down if it was nasty?
It was very nasty.
Water it down. Water it down for us.
They were calling him a sellout, an a-hole, the son. This one stuck out to me. The son that Al wished he never had.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. It was bad. It was bad. They even brought his, it was bad. It was very, very, very bad and rude. And
they even brought what? They even brought his what?
They brought his mom into it.
Oh, no. And we're talking, Jose says, calling you. They're talking about Mark Davis. Oh, and JP from the Dan Ant-Man says, did I miss the Trent Brown PJ topic? I think, do you know what he's talking about when he says Trent Brown PJ topic?
I think he's talking about Mo Hurst.
Oh, Mo Hurst. You mean Mo Hurst? Yeah, we did. The pancake block. Yes, we did. Yeah, we talked about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, we did cover that earlier. In fact, we started off pretty early talking about that. But we're talking about Mark Davis. So basically, you're saying that they were all over. They didn't threaten him? They didn't threaten him, did they?
No, they didn't threaten him. They were just throwing insults.
Wow. No.
They were just throwing insults. And there was NBC was there, and they were asking people, about how they felt about the Raiders moving to Vegas and everything. And some people were saying, this is my last year of being a season ticket holder. This is my last year ever seeing the Raiders in person. And, people were everybody was happy during the training camp. But at the end, when the media wanted to address the situation about the move and how they were feeling about Mark Davis, that's when it went negative.
Wow.
That's when the whole mood went negative.
And Mark could have left that alone. I don't understand what was in Mark's thinking to basically push in the face of fans. He seems to like to do that.
I mean, you got out there right now. You remember how it used to be the Hawaiian Airlines banners, around training? Not anymore. Now it's almost every casino that he's partnership with. They're on the banners out there in black, silver and black. And
I told you the casino was going to wind up owning them, didn't I?
They're all out there.
Didn't I say that, folks?
Yeah.
Here we go.
You don't even have to be able to get into the training camp. You can just go up there to the training camp facility right now. Not right now, but tomorrow when training camp is open at 9:15 every day. Gates open at 8:30. You don't even have to be there to see training camp. If you want to go up there and sign up for a Las Vegas vacation, you can do it.
Wow. Oh, by the way, that Amanat, he says, I thought it was PJ Hall that got destroyed. Laugh out loud. Super excited about the addition of Trent Brown. Anyway, so just putting that out there. No, man, he says it's Maurice Hurst, not PJ Hall. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that too, but it happened right in front of me. It happened right in
Maurice
front of me.
Hurst is number 73. That's unless he changed his number, because PJ Hall is what, 92, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So Maurice Hurst, that's 73. You can't miss that 73 on him.
No, and Maurice, PJ Hall is not as big as, like I told you, it looked like two locomotives going at each other. Wow. It wasn't a small man versus a big man. PJ Hall's a small guy.
This is like Godzilla versus King Kong, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Which is coming out next year, by the way, folks.
I know that's going to make Hard Knocks.
You mean Kong versus Godzilla? Yeah.
Yes.
I can't resist.
That is definitely going to make Hard Knocks.
Well, Donald, this is fantastic. I will also PayPal you. What I'd like you to do is write your account in an email to me, and I'll put it into the text body of this discussion. You know, in other words, I'll put it in the text body of the blog that goes on Oakland News Now that will automatically appear with this video. You know what I'm talking about? So you just, if you write in an email, I'll put it in, and then you can, repost it. Yeah, if you could do, whenever you finish with it, if you could do that. Yeah, my email, right?
Yeah, I got your email. Cool.
Yeah. So I'll wait for that. All right. Oh, by the way, Jose Tapia says, "Who is who?" So this is funny. I gotta mention this one. Jose wants to know who's King Kong and who's Godzilla. In other words, in this case, I would have to say that Godzilla is Trent Brown, because I'm sorry, King Kong is not going to beat Godzilla. All right, forget it. Not this year, not next year, not next century. I don't care if you take me back to the year I was born, 1962. My birthday is coming up this Sunday, by the way. Look, King Kong didn't win. He ran away, okay? Godzilla can swim underwater. He's got an underwater lair, all right? So, no, I'm not taking that. I'm not accepting it. King Kong will never beat Godzilla, period.
I have to agree.
Ta-da! Yahtzee! Jose says, happy 21st. All right. Hey, thanks a lot, man.
All right. I'll give you a heads up the next time I go.
Okay, cool. You got it. All right. And I'll PayPal you as soon as I get off the phone.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thanks. See you.
See you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. We will be back tomorrow talking NFL preview. Wednesday, actually have two streams. One on Quit Plastics Now. That's with my friend Amber Devlin at 7:30/10:30. 10:30 Pacific. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. And then an early one about NFL news and Oakland stuff. All right. Oh, now, JP from the P, I close with this. Godzilla used those T-Rex arms, as you put them, to open up that Muto's mouth and breathe his atomic breath down that dude's throat. You remember that? End of story. I'm done. Thank you, Donis. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you. I'll see you all tomorrow. Remember, early. Thanks a lot.